I don't know about you, but I think it's sinful that government's giving money to states and local programs and cities and counties, everything from rents to mortgages to health care and everything. And the states don't get their act together to spend it, and they have to send it back. So you could have applied for a $7,000 grant for rent or get free health care or whatever, and the federal government sent money to the states for you to do that, but the local officials couldn't get it act together to get you the money, so they have to send it back. I mean, that's crazy. Now, there's a need out there of people need help, especially areas like that. People pay their taxes and going. They vote on it in Congress. Okay, we're going to send it to the states, and they tell them how to spend it. To give it to people, uh, and they get it at the state level, and they get all screwed up and can't do anything with it. Now, actually, Atlanta is sending back $10 million. And there's people in Atlanta who need rent money, right? 10 million. Gosh, it's that's a lot of problems that can be solved, but they're sending it back because who knows? That's why don't only yell at Washington bureaucrats being screwed up. It's just big organizations are that way everywhere, and and that's why you have to know about this stuff while it's there, because it may go back if you don't. That's why they don't advertise. You don't know it's there, so you don't know to ask for it. That's why you have to keep up. Your elected official is one of the best places to find out about this stuff, because they passing the laws, they're working on the laws, they just can't agree on what the hell to do with it. So if and actually Atlanta was giving it out, but they had not enough people applied. So that's why you have to be proactive about this, not reactive. Read about they're giving out grants or whatever. And no, you have to look where you live, where this stuff is, and it may not be easy. Well, actually, it is easy if you learn different skills. See, we're trained to think that everything should be easy for us. So if it's not easy, if someone's giving you paint by numbers, then we can't do it. You can. I mean, you learn how to use a computer, you learn how to drive, all these things that were sort of complicated. Well, this is a part of your life now. If a third of your life is the government and you don't know how to use it, you're wasting a third of all the resources you have in this country to get ahead and to do something. So that's a third, 33%. And sure, you could maybe get there, but to me, it's sort of like you don't want to use the highways and the expressways because you're against government. Or something. Man, they're getting you somewhere faster than you want to get. Sure, you could go backwards and take it twice as long, but these are tools. I mean, I see it more not as tools that oil under the ground. This is stuff that you're sitting on right on top of your house. Is on top of all this stuff. You just have to get a shovel and dig it out. And that's it. And they said they had to run out of California. Well, that's only one program. You said somebody just sent a check. California ran out of money. Well, for one program. So if it's a rent program, you go to findhelp.com.org, find FINDHELP.org, put rent in there, and you'll see 20 programs that help people with rent. Now, what you have to do, and there's more than that, but what you have to do is call those people and find out if they know other programs. I mean, this is how things work. There's still no positive guarantee, but there is a guarantee there's more out there if you look. And that's why we say, well, we want to just take the easy one. It's out there, then I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to bitch and moan. You'll be doing that for a long time because the real stuff is out there. It just takes digging. All of life is that way. And we're not trained to do that because people like me are advertising tell you how easy it is. And in life, man, it's not. It may be. you know, and we'll always show you a case where it is. That's why I loved on talk shows when I started doing them. Man, they have the weirdest people on talk shows, and that's not the general public, you know. Uh, and sure, there's exceptions, but you're going to have to dig in the weeds to get those exceptions. Like, you know, going in a job and being and getting raises. Man, you're going to have to work hard to do that. Everybody doesn't get a raise, so why should everybody get this? You know, everybody doesn't get the job, so why should everybody get a grant? But they're there, and the jobs are there. Everything. Yeah, not for Panama City, Florida. Well, you maybe have to stretch further. There's always more ways to check. Yeah, Alex. All right. And that's the important thing that you have to, you can't say no, then that means you have to expand your thought process. That means you expand your opportunities. Uh, if someone says, okay, if you called 100 places and looking for a grant for something, okay, well then, what else can you do? How can you team up with somebody else to do it? You know, you have to get ideas, and you don't get ideas by just looking at the same stuff you look at all the time. You know, you have to expand that universe, and that's why I think you start calling people that solve problems like this. You know, whether it's rent or business or whatever. You talk to 20 people that help people start businesses, and you say, okay, there's no money for that. What else is there? What else do you think I could do? Where else can I check to do this? Should I try to get fat cats to invest in this? Should I find little nonprofits? Now, look at this. I just did a video this morning on a small nonprofit in Minnesota that pays your rent for 12 months, up to $1,000 a month, or mortgage. Okay, they're not the government, they're not real big, but they do it. You know, and if you don't apply, you're not going to get it. You may not get it anyway, but you may not get the government's anyway. See, life is stretching. It's trying harder. If they make it so a lot of us can't apply, they complain when we can't. You're right. But that's not your problem now. Your problem has to get through that. You want to change the system? You're going to change the government? You probably won't live long enough to do it, but it's a good thing to do. And if you're in financial trouble, I don't think you want to spend any time trying to change the government because you don't have time. You got to solve your financial problem first. You want to maybe change it later for other people, but you don't want to change it now. You could bitch and do nothing about it and do nothing. And that's a waste of time too. You got to be creative enough to look somewhere else, to do something else, to try to solve that problem. That I, mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I've been wrong a lot. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money, and I swear every one of those things would be a New York Times bestseller. Well, I had two, but 10 of them made money. So I know I'm wrong, but I just can't. The only thing for sure, you know for sure, and everything I know, I don't know positively, but I know positively you won't get anything if you don't try, right? So you're not going to get anything if you don't try. I can't promise you'll get something, but I know you will definitely not get anything if you don't try. So the name of the game is you keep trying. You have to keep getting you. It's like picking your ass up off the ground when you fall down. You know, you're never going to get anywhere if you don't pick up and start going again. Here, where do I start looking and applying? Well, I have. That's what letsgohelp.com does. We help people and keep sending you sources where to try, where the best potential. You don't go to Google. The worst thing to do when you're trying to do something is go to Google unless you know the exact name of the organization. Other than that, you're just going to get a billion people who want to get money from you. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Now, what you want to do is talk to nonprofit organizations and government office who help you solve those problems for free. You pick their brains. Now, how do you find them? Many ways. I have a source for free. You don't have. If you want to join Let's Go Help, that's $20, and we give out our own grants of $6,000. But you can. Go to my free service. I have a free service. So if you can't afford paying $20, you go to letsgofreehelp.com. 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 And I believe it's all in the mindset. Yeah, I mean, and you have to. It's all about perseverance. I mean, it doesn't. It's not about skill. It's not about talent. It's not about who you know. Sometimes it is, but it's more about perseverance. It's resilience. It's starting again. I look at it like I've written 100 books, only 10 made money. My first three businesses failed. Before I got one that got going. You want to do something in life. How many people said no when you asked them for the prom, but you finally found somebody? That's what life is about. Because we're fighting our own brain, and our own brain picks up bad shit we think is right, and it's not. So we have to go out there and realize that what we think is right is wrong. But nobody could tell you that either until you try it yourself and you see you're falling on your ass and not getting what you think you should get, and it's not there the way you think it should be. And life will beat it out of you, so you wind up doing the things you should have done in the first place, but we don't know. We're not that smart, so we got to get out there, fail our ass off. So life beats it into our head what we should be done in the first place. I know every business that became a success uh, now, and I feel I've had three of them, is my first ideas were bad, but it evolved into something I should have thought in the beginning, and I wasn't smart enough to do. Programs are great, but you need money. Uh, I, uh, I'm not sure. Unemployment insurance? That's UI. Uh, Uh, sure, they're great. Oh no, I mean, better to create money than looking for a grant. I think so. If you create it yourself, then you could always keep getting it. A grant is just like a one-time thing. Grants are for to me for problems, one-time situations, or to use it as an investment, a springboard to create money. No, I mean the way to live in life is being able to create your own money. And that's now easier than ever before. And you don't even need money to do that. Now, with the internet society and everything, you could create a business with no money. If you're a member of Let's Go Help, we have I have a an hour video on how to create a business with no money and all that kind of stuff. The internet allows you to have. And every successful business that I now have, I never use money uh, uh, to start them. There's just too many ways to do it without money, and it takes just as much money. Just as much time to figure out how to get money. You can get a customer faster than you can get a grant. So you just go out and start getting customers. You don't need anything to get a customers. Just do something for somebody else, and that's what it's all about. Us doing things for other people, us helping other people. Single mom, any idea? Yes. Go out and start, you know, offering your energy or whatever you have for money. And that's why, there's so many websites. Go to gig.indeed.com. Okay, the gig economy is a way that you don't need any money and you go out and make money. I mean, the people who have the gig platforms will take 10% or something like that, but that's okay. They have customers, and that's what you want. You want a customer to give you money. So if you have the advertising, the platforms, the gigs are really do the marketing for you. So you don't need money because what you need for a service or any small thing you want to do is marketing. What we would do the website, what would the website be for Oregon? The website for what? Uh, it depends on what. I mean, a good place to start looking for just nonprofits and government help for stuff is uh, findhelp.org. Mine, my free website, and it shows you all what to get in every state. Okay, break it down state by state, and that's called letsgofreehelp.com. Letsgofreehelp.com. If you want to give me $20 to help you make it maybe a little easier, I'm at letsgohelp.com. Okay, uh, bring sun out of the DHS system. Bring sun means sunshine. Department of Homeland Security, is that you're talking about? DHS? You sound like you're a Washington native here, talking in acronyms. But it's cold out here today. I thought it was going to be warm. And it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. I got to give away 100 cupcakes tomorrow in our lobby of our uh, uh, condominium I live in. We got 70 units there, and so we have Valentine cupcakes I'm handing out at maybe about 5 o'clock tomorrow. So it's cupcake cupcake happy hour. Valentine cupcakes, 5 o'clock in the lobby. You want to come by? Come on back. Come on down. Uh, say hello. uh, and because today is Let's Go Help is for lovers, okay? And that's what it's all about. Give $20 for thousands, okay? Not a problem. Oh yeah, I mean that's well, the $20 really for us to be able to provide the service, and any profit we make from the $20, we give it back to members. Right now, we're giving back $60,000 every month to members. I mean, that is just, I don't know about your life, but that's an incredible thing. I thought I'd never be doing anything like this in my life. Giving back, we already gave out just, in the past 12 months, something like $500,000. Man, I can't believe it. I'm just a little middle class guy, with small businesses, trying to feed myself, and be able to do this is just phenomenal. And and that's what I believe. We're here to help each other, and that's what the service is, trying to help people who have financial problems. So if we have money, then we could personally help you with financial problems by giving you the money that we've made from doing this. So that makes sense. It's sort of around. I need services for grants to housing to become self-sufficient in Oregon. Lots of help there. You can start actually by going to HUD.gov and finding the free financial housing counselors in Oregon. They're all over. There's hundreds of them. But if you go to HUD.gov and search under counselors, and there'll be a big map of the United States. You find the ones in Oregon, make an appointment. They're free. Okay. Uh, and another thing is the neighborworks.org. NeighborWorks. That's another big network of nonprofit organizations that help people with housing. So there's all kinds of free stuff that you don't know because they don't advertise. You're going to go to Google, and some huckster like me is going to advertise to try to get your money. And that's all you know. And the life and everything in our life is so much more than that. But we don't know because we just rely on advertising to educate us. That is terrible, terrible. I mean, there's nothing illegal about it, obviously. I'm in BRLA. Is Yeah, it's everywhere. It's just you have to scrape at it to get it. Yeah. Okay, if you don't know, want to know what to look for, where in whatever state or city you're in, go to letsgofreehelp.com. You don't have to pay me a nickel for anything there. All I ask is your email address, letsgofreehelp.com, and you'll see all the subjects, and I show you where to contact in your state who solves that problem. That's what it's all there. Let's Go Help. We send you the websites, basically, and you could ask us 100 questions a day. Plus, you could apply to our $60,000 grant every month until you get one. And that's what that is. So, but it's Let's Go Free Help, and then there's 37 instructional videos. So if you want to know how to get free legal help in Louisiana, I show you an instructional video, step by step, on how to do that. You know how to solve your debt problems in Louisiana. I show you a step by step video how to do that. Then it takes some incentive about you to do a little research to find these are the programs locally to do. Like I said, the $20, I send you the links to the program. So that's the only difference. But you're smart enough to figure out. Most of us are, and that's no problem. Uh, and the most important thing to me is not what we show, it's what other people show you. Uh, a member just showed us yesterday that I did a video on of this little nonprofit organization that pays your rent for 12 months, $1,000 a month for your rent or mortgage for 12 months. And you could ask, you could, you could apply for your friend to do it. So it's not only for you, you know, somebody needs that, you could apply for them to do it. Wow. Isn't that cool? And they're legitimate. Heck, now they're not real big. They're not like the government going to spend trillions of dollars. But whatever it is, that's it. You're only one person, so there's enough for you. That's all you have to know. And there's no guarantee for anything, but the only guarantee you get is that you get nothing if you don't try. That's the only thing guaranteed about grants. There's only one guarantee in getting a grant. You're guaranteed nothing unless you try. Oh, I entertain myself. I'm sorry. You never know how many people you can help when you have a willing attitude. And absolutely. That's why I have the hearts, man. I used to think that information was in. I used to wear question marks. Now at my age, man, it's a heart that. If your heart's not in it, you can't do anything. Uh, and and that's why even if I show you all the information, but if your heart's not in it, man, you're not going to have it. Same with personal relationships. If your heart's not in it, it's not going to happen. So that's why you want to make something happen. You have to have your heart in it. That takes you through all the problems because it's going to be hard. Everything you want to do is going to be hard, and it's important that you try hard. And that's why your heart has to be in it. Otherwise, you're going to have the first little, you know, thing roadblock, and you're going to give up. Tell Edison that. When that sucker invented the light bulb, he had like 1,000 different things he failed at before he found what the hell would. Then same with your life. You want to do something in your life? Well, get out there and fail. Otherwise, you're just going to be pissed someday that you didn't do it. And that's, I think, the biggest sin. We just don't try hard enough. And I think it's better to go down trying. Even if you don't do it, at least you're trying. So even if you don't make it, boy, you are trying. You tried. They'll make a movie out of you because just for trying. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what you show other people too, is that you tried, not that you're a gazillionaire, that you tried. Oh. Um, I- well, my hands are getting. I'm an old guy, but I think that's why old people go to Florida. I get colder as I age. Thank you for your kind words, all of you, and I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life right now because I see my work is really helping people. And to get up every morning and answer somebody's question and give them a chance to solve a financial problem is just, man, there's too many problems in the world. And I think the rest of us should try to solve some for somebody else. If everybody took one person and tried to solve a problem for them, yeah. So we have half the world saving the other half of the world. Well, that's pretty cool.